Oh my God, slop, damn, slop, damn. Chemical alert like bass on the ceiling. Black on my cape, can't see what I'm dealing. Black in my heart, can't feel any feeling with my slot ass slut, so I gotta keep willing. Bust so thirsty, gotta keep.
Welcome to another episode of Completely Useless.
Remember when we used to talk a little bit and then introduce it?
I get that's true.
Why did we stop doing that? That's why I told you to start recording right now.
Oh, because we're in a studio.
We're
not in the studio, so it's kind of weird.
How is it different though?
I don't know, man. It's just different for me, I guess.
The audio, people listening to it don't give a shit. They don't know that.
That's true. That's very true.
The sound quality might be different, but the format of the podcast
shouldn't change because of it.
It shouldn't. Yeah.
I just ordered a shirt, and I'm trying to remember what it was, because it was like a print to make shirt. It wasn't like it's like a one guy company, and he has like a bunch of shirts that he like makes the designs, and I forgot what it even was, and I think it's gonna be here tomorrow actually. So, but
I ordered so much shit. I've been ordering so much shit online that I get packages and I forget that I was waiting for shit.
Yeah, I have 2 packages that haven't even shown up, and they've been on order for like 2 months.
Damn, man.
It's because one of them they're both coming from the UK, and so I think they're both getting like customs and all this shit.
Yeah, that's gonna happen to you too. So it's gonna catch you by surprise, you know?
Yeah. So
like, oh shit, is it something like you're really waiting for? Or?
Yeah, it kind of is, because one of them is a backpack for my camera, and it's like something that I would use a lot.
Right.
And it's like annoying because I've done like 2 or 3 trips already that I was hoping to use the
Are you just using your regular backpack?
Yeah, the black one that I have. It has pockets, but this one is it has like cushion inside
for
to
the camera. Yeah.
Like it protects your camera, protects your drone. You can have all this shit easy.
I feel like a fucking professional.
Yeah, right? Like they're like, oh, he's the guy. And I'm like,
it makes it real, right? People take it more serious.
Exactly. Yeah. I want them to know what's up. Actually, it's kind of cool because I've been flying. I've had my drone since quarantine kind of started, and I'll bust out the drone on my trips, and people will kind of freak out. And they're like, "Oh, he has a drone!" And so that's kind of cool, actually.
You should go to Vegas.
Dude, I kind of want to, but I kind of don't want to, because it's like I went to a bar yesterday, and that was really cool, but the bar itself, it's a dive bar, but everything's already kind of like not next to each other, so they didn't really have to do much to keep social distancing rules. But I would imagine in a place like Vegas, like it just wouldn't work. Like
for sure. I mean, a friend of mine went this past weekend. I don't know what the fuck they did over there, or what's open and what isn't, but I'm gonna ask her probably. But
that's another thing is like what's open. Really, only restaurants are open, and half the time, I know some casinos are open. I've seen some TikToks where people are like at slot machines and they have like their cigarettes sticking out of their mask.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that
too.
It's
crazy. So some people don't give a fuck, but like I don't know. I mean, I don't really drink and I gamble.
I don't even go to Vegas. I don't even go to Vegas to gamble though.
That's the only reason I go, really, because I don't really drink that much.
You go over there and you drink, you get high, you go to maybe the fucking that Ferris wheel over there.
Yeah, you go to the strip club.
You go to a strip club. You go to fucking Thunder Down Under at the Golden Nugget.
No.
You know, you go to the strip club. You go to all the bars out there.
Yeah, you go. I want to go fire guns, but I don't think you can do that right now.
That'll be dope.
Right? Like,
yeah, probably. I mean, no, it seems like something.
I don't know. Have you ever been to a firing range? Like, you're pretty close to the other person.
Yeah, well, but you could do it with like open every other.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
Or whatever, you know, like it's not. I don't think it'd be difficult to do that.
Yeah,
you know?
They could probably figure it out.
You know? Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it would be different and interesting. The last time I went to Vegas, I got drunk in less than 30 minutes, which was kind of cool. And it was fucking a dumb thing because we went and we were at Margaritaville, which is like the dumbest place to go to Vegas. Right? It's so stupid. And the food is not fucking good, by the way. I don't give a shit if Margaritaville.
Hardly any places that are like right on the strip like that are good.
No, but like Gordon Ramsay has a few places that are like on this. He has this new fish and chip restaurant that's supposedly like really good. Like little things like that are starting to get better. But like Margaritaville is like they have several fucking locations. And
yeah,
so
but Margaritaville doesn't give a shit. They're
yeah, no,
just
they don't.
famous. They're just famous because of the song.
Yeah, and then also you can eat your food inside of the back of a boat, which is so fucking stupid.
Who gives a fuck about that?
Yeah,
Who gives a fuck?
it's literally like a fucking alcoholic said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna open a restaurant." And
If
then
you
they
go to
fucking did it.
Margaritaville when you like give up and like
Yeah, but
trust the people that go to Margaritaville.
But I will say this: their margaritas are on fucking point. I had one made, and then they finished off some of the margaritas with moonshine soaked cherries. And
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the type of balls you would have to own a place called Margaritaville?
Yeah.
Have shitty margaritas?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
like I expect everything else to be trash, but your margaritas
better be fucking good. No, I will say that their margaritas were fucking on
Is that
point.
how you got so drunk?
And well, no, so they have the moonshine soaked cherries that they finish off your margarita with, and so we had ordered like 10 margaritas, and they had when they finish off the bottle or the container that holds the cherries, it has the moonshine mix in there. And when she was pulling out the last cherry, she's like, "Who wants a shot?" And I was there at a bachelor party, and we looked at the bachelor. We're like, "Fucking do it, bro!" And he's like, "Nah, dude, I'm not gonna do it." And the lady poured out the shot, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm doing it." And I fucking took the shot, and dude, no joke, I ate the 2 cherries, and then I took the shot, and I was fucking drunk. That's all it took. It did not, like, I still finished the margarita, but I was already drunk by that point. Like, dude, not even, dude. Moonshine. Have you ever had moonshine before?
I've had moonshine. What the fuck?
Fuck you, dog. That shit's fucking crazy, dog. I don't care what anyone says. Like, unless you're somebody who fucking lives and fucking makes moonshine, then maybe you're fucking drinking it and not fucking passing out. But dude, Louis got.
You're just sitting in the mountains and you're a little fucking hut.
Yeah, that's all they do is fucking make the moonshine and drink the moonshine.
Make the moonshine, drink the moonshine, and then like hunt deer, right?
Yeah, that's all they fucking do. Then they can hang. But dude, I was asleep in less than an hour, and by one more hour, we drove back to the hotel or the place we were staying, Airbnb we were at, and I straight fell asleep. I was like, I'm fucking drunk, dog.
Yeah, and you probably had is that when you went to White Castle and you had like 1 million burgers?
Oh, that 1 million! I had fucking 2 burgers. Go fuck yourself.
And then you did the scale, and then you realized
I did do the scale, and then I was like 2 pounds away from getting the free meal, and I was happy for that until I realized that just mean I'm gonna die anyways. So that's why they give you the free meal. So that's what.
That's what nobody. It's like nobody should be this heavy.
Yeah.
So you're gone already.
However, though, I'm 299 right now. Cool. My goal by next month is to get down to 270. So if I get down to like 230, I'll definitely go back to that place and have their heart attack burger.
I don't think you should, because your heart's already shitty anyway.
Yeah,
you know
but I'll be fine.
It's not dealing with so much.
Yeah.
But it's like it has PTSD.
Oh, it'll see like the fat coming up the line. So it's like, no, and then
it's not like a soldier that still does combat, right? Those things are far gone, but something triggers him, and he goes crazy.
Yeah,
you know. So I think that would happen to you.
I wouldn't be that mad.
Haven't you heard there's people that like surgery, like lap band surgery or something like that?
Yeah, my doctor's been asking me if I want to do that, and I told him no.
But and then because they lose so much weight so fast, their heart doesn't know how to act.
Oh shit!
You fucking get heart attacks and die.
Get the fuck out of here! No way. See, that's my biggest thing is like. I don't mind losing the weight naturally and doing what I'm supposed to do. Like, I'm only eating like between 16 and 1,800 calories a day. Like, I really reduced a lot of shit to making sure.
And you still fasting too?
Yeah, I'm fasting every day. Maybe like once a week, I probably get off the fast. But like for the most part, I fast most days.
That's fine. If you're fasting at least 4 days a week.
Yeah. I'm doing that.
You're really having 1,600 calories a day?
Yeah.
So you're gonna fucking lose the weight like that.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like
now, I feel like I should work out because then I'm gonna be the fat one.
Oh yeah, that's how funny would that be? That fucking that you become the fat one. That would be fucking funny.
I'm not gonna eat the next month.
You know what's funny? Because once I drop down to like 240, I'm not gonna seem fat anymore. Because I've been 240, not fat. And
yeah, because you were 350. So,
exactly. So any like 100 pounds less from what I was isn't gonna seem that fat. And then I'm gonna probably end up dropping down to like
people that saw you feel fat.
Well, I mean, who hasn't?
People that are first meeting you, they're still gonna think you're fat.
Oh, for sure. They're gonna be like, "This dude's fucking what a fat piece of shit."
And then we're gonna be those people that are like, "Oh, you should have seen him before. You're way fatter."
I'll be the Jared of the comedy world.
Yeah, and then I'll show them. We'll show everyone that picture when you're on stage.
Yeah,
at our live show without the shirt.
Yeah,
yeah, you used to look like this.
That's this guy. You know what? It's funny. When I was like, way back in the day when I used to work at Chick-fil-A, right before I left, they got this older guy who, like, dude, super skinny dude. You would never have guessed that he weighed like 400 pounds, and he would carry a picture with him because people wouldn't believe that he weighed 400 pounds at one point. And then he shows you the picture, and you're like, "Oh shit, that is you."
I think if I weighed like 400 pounds and I lost up all of it, I wouldn't even tell people. You know?
Yeah, but you always have those, like, even as a skinny person, you would have fat people tendencies.
And there's people that, like, I've met people that, like, want to tell you. And it's like, dude, like, how many pats in the back do you need? Good job. You know?
I think, but that's the thing, though. It's like, not a lot of people actually lose the weight. A lot of people just keep it on, and then they just die that way. True. So I kind of get it. I know a few people that, like, have actually done. I can probably count on my hand how many people I actually know that. I think I only know 3 people who've actually been very heavy and have lost all the weight
over 100 pounds.
Yeah. It's not easy. It's definitely a discipline thing. And the thing that sucks too is, again, it's not just one thing. It's not just changing your diet. You have to do the workout. You have to do the diet, and then, like, once you plateau, you have to change it all up again. Like that, and then keep living like that. Like, it's like, dude, I definitely got myself here because there were days when I was young, dude, and it was all because when I was like 20, I like from like the ages of like 18 to like 26, I was just like going at it with just crazy amounts of like food, and I wasn't really gaining weight until I reached like 26, and then it just started falling off.
After 26, it's easier to get heavier.
Yeah. And so, but there was days, I mean, you know, when you're doing comedy and you're grinding it out, it's like McDonald's 3 times in a row sometimes, you know, because you're getting up late.
That didn't help me either.
Yeah, it just happens.
That first year doing comedy?
Oh, that first year, it's the best and the worst.
But I think I had fucking, like, fast food, like, every day of my life.
Yeah.
For a whole year, that it was awful.
Yeah.
I was so sick of it.
And then, like, it sucks because, like, you know, you're out, and then after your last show, you're hitting shows till 2 a.m, and then you know, you go and eat at Denny's or Norm's or wherever afterwards, and that's just the life, you know. So. Yeah,
and it's cool because, like, often, like, I mean, I will go with fucking all the homies. You know, you go with the homies, you go with the people, the comics you like.
Yeah.
Comics you like.
Fucking guy.
And I always, like, I do shit like that, and it's like, and right after I'm like, you fucking idiot, this is an audio format, nobody knows you.
Just you did air quotes. That's funny.
So now I'm not used to it.
But yeah,
and it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing to do. Dude, like, dude, sometimes that part is better than, like, all the stage time you got that day.
Yeah, you know, I remember I would always look forward to Tuesdays when they used to do Hideaway on the Tuesdays, because I would go hit Hideaway. I would get off of work. I would go to the Shamrock, get an early slot there, then head down to Hideaway, hit Hideaway, and then for a while we would go after to what's that fucking Menagerie in Riverside.
Menagerie.
And we would go hit the karaoke afterwards. So,
it was a Tuesday show. You know what? That's where I got my DUI.
Oh, no fucking way.
It was after the mic, and then we went over there.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I think all the people that I went with are not even doing comedy anymore.
Oh, wow.
I not even like them enough to like keep in touch with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we went, and then cause like, dude, back then the whole first year, well, that was second year, but I guess still second year too. Uh, doing comedy, like every time I go to a mic or a show, it was just I was getting trashed, you know.
I used to do that in the very beginning. Like my first year, probably I only did it for like the first 6 months of my first year where I would get drunk and do it, but because I just realized like I couldn't. Like a year and a half, right? Nah, I just didn't like the fact that when I'm drunk, I'm not in control of how I'm saying my words and like how things are coming off, and so for me it doesn't work. For some people it works. I used to drink.
No, but like,
I used to be one of those dudes that would chug a beer on stage to get people hyped. Like you just do shit to try to get them on your side. And
I've done that a couple of times, but like when I was like really depressed.
Yeah.
Like about a certain thing.
I like how you were doing it to feel better, and I was doing it just for like my own ego.
I would do this whole thing when I would just like tell like a sad story.
Yeah.
But like it often went really good.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Like even if it wasn't like laughs all throughout, people like dug that shit either way, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, dude, but then we went to that place for the karaoke, and I was already kind of fucked up from the Hideaway.
Yeah.
And we went to that place, and I only went because I wanted to keep partying, right? Because that's all I was doing back then. And I told a couple of people this. I forgot their names. But I told a couple of people, and they were like, "Fuck it," and we all went. And then when I left, that's when I got my DUI.
Fuck yeah, you got to be careful in downtown Riverside. Where'd you park? Where did they get you?
Not even. They didn't even get me right there, dude. I was fucking speeding like a motherfucker on the freeway.
This motherfucker.
Dude, I was going like 130. Dude.
Oh, jeez, why? Fucking why?
Because I wanted to know how fast my car could go before it started shaking. Okay? It was really important for me to know that right there and then.
Okay.
You know? And I mean, I reached 130 and it hadn't started shaking. I'm pretty proud of that shit.
Okay.
I would love to know how much faster I would have gone if I hadn't pulled over. You know?
Yeah.
Because I didn't even see the fucking cops. Did I pass them? Because I was going so fast. And it was like fucking 3 a.m. And I was going so fast, and I passed them. I was like, fuck. And I started slowing down little by little, right?
Yeah.
But I left them behind. But then I was gonna get out in the next exit and like park somewhere so they wouldn't find me. But then this fucking big truck kind of got on the way, and I would have had to like step on it more to get behind them.
Yeah.
Or just keep going. And I was like, no, that's just gonna start a chase. They're more likely to like really try to find me, and I'm not gonna make this exit. So if I do something stupid, so I kept going, and then they caught up to me. Then.
Why didn't you just pull over on the shoulder and then like just,
why would I pull over on the shoulder?
Because then you could just be like, dude, my car's been broken down for like an hour.
No.
Yeah, what do you mean? I'd be like, dude, I've been here for like an hour waiting for AAA. They're gonna be here in like 20 minutes.
Oh, I'm actually glad to see you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
I need help.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't make sense. They just saw me fly by them.
Yeah, and then like, weren't you the guy? And I'm like, no, dude, I saw that guy. He was a fucking asshole.
It was a car like this one, but it was a little darker.
Yeah, it was crazy. He had some weird color. I don't know. I flipped them off. I was like, the cops are going to get you, piece of shit. You're a dick.
Yeah, he was going so fast. Now I just feel bad because I'm keeping you guys from catching.
Yeah, you guys should go get him.
Don't worry about me. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'll wait here.
AAA's going to be here in a minute.
That definitely would not have worked.
Yeah, that's for sure. But, I mean, imagine the story if you would have tried it. That would have been...
it would have been pretty funny. It would have been pretty funny.
Dude, speaking of Cops, did you hear that Cops is officially canceled? The show?
Everyone's making changes, dude.
They fucking took the show down. But okay. And this is
wow.
No, this is all
are you about to make people mad, Frank?
Maybe. But
I'm pretty sure Temecula has a lot of people that are like, cop was just doing his job, okay?
No, that's not what I'm about to say. The TV show has never been racist.
There is a lot of those people in Temecula, though, huh?
Hey, you know what?
But I'm not wrong, right?
You know what?
Yeah. There's a lot of lifted trucks.
Yeah, there's a lot of
lifted trucks driven by guys wearing hats and Oakleys and American flag tank tops.
I know a person that named their daughter Oakley. That's how. Yeah, it's really funny. Anytime I see them, they're like, Oakley. I'm like, nope. And I walk away. I'm like, I can't do this. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it drives me up the wall.
I am willing to bet money that at least one of the parents has that famous F tattooed on them.
Oh,
somewhere in their body.
The famous
somewhere
stars and stripes.
Or that stripe, or that nautical star.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Chest piece that says California.
Two nautical stars with a bear that says California smoking.
California Republic.
I'm like, yeah. Yeah, those people definitely live here. But no, as far as the show goes, I mean, I thought I get what they're doing, and for sure, reform needs to happen and things need to change. But the show was still really good, and we never had any racist problems with the show that we know of, unless there is.
Obviously, they're not going to show you that a racist thing happened. Obviously, the cops aren't going to act racist in front of the cameras, TV cameras. They're being followed for it.
Do you think
they're not?
Do you think
even if the cops were assholes and they didn't like black people, they were still not going to do that in front of the camera.
No. Do you think?
And if they did, they were going to put it on. And I think the point of canceling it is not that the show was showing things like that, but I think it was glorifying a police department that, as we found out, and we see more and more, we've seen more and more since the riots started. May he rest in peace, George Floyd. We've seen that it's not working for anyone.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
The police departments all over the country are they're overfunded and under trained.
Yeah.
So that's just an explosive combination. That's why everyone's talking about defunding the police. They have too much power.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like I said, but I just think
I think it's just that the show was glorifying the police department.
Yeah, they're trying to show solidarity, and I'm sure that there's gonna. I mean, they have so many of those shows.
How many people really watch that show?
Still? Dude, have you never seen? Dude, I watched the spin-offs. Have you ever seen College Campus PD? It's done by the same network. That shit is so good because they're just arresting.
That's so stupid.
It is. That's the point of it. It's dumb because all they're doing is arresting
a bunch of fucking
college students. Oh, it's great.
A bunch of Tylers and Kyles.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's fucking awesome though.
Guys wearing polos and cargo shorts and sandals.
Yeah, and it's fucking great. That's all it is.
Yeah,
it's fucking great. It's so funny.
Definitely not something I will watch.
Get your hands off Britney! Like I would fucking in on that, dude. If they made that, I'm shocked they haven't made "Get Your Hands Off Britney" TV shirt or TV. I would.
You know why they haven't? You know why they haven't? Because nobody fucking watches that show.
Dude, it's a popular show. There's actually a YouTube channel that's not associated with it.
Not popular enough to have T-shirts. So, it's not that hard to get T-shirts made.
That's fair. So, there's this YouTube channel. I forget what it's called, but there's this guy he's a bail bonds.
You already told me about that 5 times.
That guy is fucking awesome. That guy is fucking awesome.
I always forget to check it out. You need to send me a link.
I will. He does a really good job of like having the whoever does the filming for it. They do a great job, and he does a great job of explaining himself and not like taking it personal. Like he did really good production. So, but
fuck yeah, dog.
Did you listen to the Run the Jewels album that just came out?
Oh my god, it's awesome, dude.
It's
awesome.
Free.
I loved it.
And it's free.
I loved it. Yeah,
they dropped it for free. That's fucking crazy.
They saw that people, because I mean, their music has always been about issues like that, issues that are a lot more prevalent now.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
Today, right now, because there've always been issues for a long time, but now it seems like people have to make a decision of like, are you gonna help us fix this shit, or you're gonna fuck off, or like I don't respect you anymore. It seems like people either have to lean to one side or another, because shit has to change, So, and it's all the issues that they always talk about, and it's all the issues they saw coming. So that's the whole album. It's about that. It's about all those, and it's like the perfect thing for people to listen to right now. People that like want change, and they want to be motivated for things like that.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
No,
it's great. They released it early, only like a week early, I think.
No, it was really good. They have a lot of really good features on it. I mean, to have Zach De La Roche come back and do a feature
song
like
with Zach De La Roche was the shit.
Yeah, that shit was fucking dope.
Pharrell, who I love also. Pharrell and Zach De La Roche featuring that song. Holy shit! That was one of my favorite songs of the album.
I was listening to it today actually while I was riding my bike. Dude, the whole thing is fucking good. There's not one track that I'm like
from beginning to end.
It's really, really a good album, which just goes to show you like why Run the Jewels is who they are. They went to superstardom so fast.
They deserve. I feel like they even deserve even more.
Yeah.
Like I'm surprised they're not even bigger, like super mainstream.
It's kind of crazy because they're like in this weird like where they have like 1 foot in the underground and 1 foot in mainstream. Because
it's cool. That's cool though.
Style of music, it's different, but it's still funny to hear people like who are Run the Jewels, and it's like, what?
And like every single album I loved, and I like every album more than the last all the time. So like that's consistent growth, and it's awesome, dude. Like this album, because I was like, they got 3 of them. They got 3 really good albums, and like I said, I like each one of them more than the last. And I was like a little worried. I was like kind of expecting a lot, but also I was a little worried. I was like, just don't be too disappointed if it's not that good, all right? Like they had a good run already. Like they had like a 3-album run, and then the album is probably still gonna be pretty good. But not, it was like it was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, no, it was so good. Great time to drop it for everyone to get something to listen to that's different and new, and I think it's going to attract a lot of new fans that haven't necessarily heard them.
For sure.
We'll see what's up with that. Have you been watching? Have you been going through Netflix like crazy, like I have?
No, not really, dude. I've been like anxious and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've just been watching The Office.
Have you taken a chance to watch Space Force?
No, I'm gonna wait for that because I'm pretty sure that's just like Michael Scott at another job.
It's not. It's very far. I wouldn't even compare him as Michael Scott in that because he's so different because he's not like cringy. Like a lot of stuff happens to him that puts him in kind of situations where he's forced to make a choice, but not in a way where he's like. Michael Scott's character is always kind of doing the worst thing possible without realizing it.
Yeah,
and this guy isn't doing that.
There was growth throughout the show, and you could see changing a little bit, So I mean, by the last season, you like genuinely like.
Oh yeah, I think you realize he's not a bad guy.
This show it seems to me like it's just gonna be like, this is Michael Scott, but like he's maturing, he's like a more mature person. I don't know.
Nah.
But whatever. I'm waiting till.
It's definitely a different show. I would definitely lower your expectations a little bit. I think they definitely need to do a second season because I think they can see some of their mistakes that they did in season 1 and kind of grow on it. Because I don't think the show's bad. I just think they just missed a lot of points that they could have made better. There's a lot of character like Jimmy. What's his last name? Jimmy. That's gonna piss me off. But he's one of the scientists. He's really funny.
Jimmy Neutron?
No, he's a comic. He has a special out. I fucking forget his name.
That one comic with the special out.
Oh, fuck you. Okay.
You know what I just saw? Speaking of special, Rory Scovel.
Oh, yeah.
This Netflix special. I've heard of him. Before,
Jimmy O Yang. That's what it is.
I don't know who that is.
He's on he has a Netflix, or not, I don't think it's a Netflix special, but he has a special out. And then he also he got really famous from Napa Valley, that show.
Silicon Valley?
Or Silicon Valley. That's what I meant.
Napa Valley.
Yeah.
Place.
Yeah, no, I know.
Napa Valley is where all the wine comes from.
Yeah. But no, it's Silicon Valley. He got famous off of that show. And he's kind of been doing it. But his character is really cool in it. And then there's this other guy named John. He plays a Dr. Adrian, and he's probably my favorite character in the whole thing because he's the head scientist for Space Force. But he's like real sarcastic the whole time in a really great way. It's so there are good points to the show, but it just kind of like drags on a little bit before like a lot of funny things happen. So you kind of invest yourself a lot. The only thing that sucks is Fred. It's kind of crazy. Fred Willard. Do you know who that is? He's been in a ton of things.
Yeah, he just passed away, right?
Yeah, he just passed away, and he was in it. He played the Steve Carell's dad in the show. He played a character named Fred Nash. And the weird part of the show is the dad in the show.
Is that the last thing he was on?
Yeah, that's the last thing he was on. And the weird thing is that in the show, the dad is senile. And like every show, he's like almost dying. But he's probably one of the funniest characters in the whole thing. So it was kind of weird. They were like setting him up to die in the show.
That guy was hilarious, dude.
Yeah, super funny guy. Like he's been
everything
in like a ton of movies and TV. Like he does pretty good.
Over the weekend, I rewatched American Wedding, and I hadn't seen that movie. I hadn't seen that movie since I was like fucking 14.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But he was in it, and he was the girl's dad.
Yeah. No, dude, that movie is so fucking funny.
He was hilarious in like such a subtle way.
Yeah.
That he barely had to do anything, and you're like,
he was a really good what they call a straight man. So like really setting up the laugh for somebody else or even for himself, but in like what you're saying in a very subtle way. And he had such a really good way of doing that. And he's definitely going to be missed. But for him, I would check it out because he does have a lot of funny lines in it. And
okay, I'm going to check it out so I could get sad about it.
Yeah. I know, right?
That's fucked up, but yeah. But I mean, I was going to wait till because like The Office is leaving Netflix this year, right?
Oh, shut up! I didn't know that. I have to watch. I have to rewatch it again.
Yeah, that's been out for a while.
Fuck!
Yeah, this year at the end, I think at the end of this year or towards the end, the contract they have ends, and that's because they're not gonna renew it because
it's too much money, probably, huh?
Like NBC or whoever owns it, they're gonna have their own streaming service.
NBC has been trying to make their own. They've had 2 streaming services. They actually had I think it was called CISO, but it was mainly comedy based. So like they had people who do.
CISO was just a trash service.
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about the comics that were on there.
No, the actual app.
So there was like the actual app and this what it was. It was trash.
But it sucks because it gave a lot of comedians. Like I think Joey Diaz had a special on there, and then,
and a lot of the smaller comics, like mid-level comics, were able to like do their
their stuff. Oh yeah, I even think Jeremiah Watkins had a thing on there. Like they had a lot of up and coming people do some really good stuff on there, and it sucks that they had to get rid of it. But now I think they have one called the Peacock or something because that's like their fucking symbol or whatever.
Something like that. But like The Office is gonna be exclusive to their service.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything good come off of their service because normally you see like people or like the marketing for a good show that's gonna come out soon or something. But I haven't seen anything original come for that stream service yet.
Maybe they're just not putting that much money into it.
Yeah, maybe they realize like it's just for people because I know like Adult Swim has an app that you can log in and watch all the shows that they're doing. But even they, I guess.
But I wouldn't even pay for that. I wouldn't even pay for that, because it's like the DC app.
Yeah.
That they had.
Well, the DC app now is way better because.
But it just has DC things, and they just like you can't do a good streaming service just with like one small
I don't
thing.
know, man. I don't know because I love the fact that they have movies. I love like that new Harley Quinn show is legit super good, and it's doing really well on there. So I think you can. They just realize that they're catering to an audience, a very specific audience.
Yeah, so it's not gonna be as big, or they're not gonna make as much money.
I don't think they're trying to. I just think they're trying to get back.
Frank. Everyone's trying to make money. You think they put out a whole app and service to not make money?
No, I'm not saying that. I think they realize
out there for the fans.
Fuck you. No. I think they realize where they're at in the streaming like ladder. Like I don't think they're trying to become the next Netflix. I think they're just realizing like people will pay for the stuff and the fact that they've been putting out new content for the last 4 years. Like, dude, they put out several movies last year. They put that new Justice League Dark that came out this year. I have only seen clips of it, but it is fucking phenomenal, which makes me sad that it's the last DC animated movie that they're doing because that's no longer a
lot of that stuff is over on the HBO app.
That's because they have a contract. I think that's why
they have a contract and
HBO. And so they're gonna move everything over.
They're gonna bring everything. I think the DC app is done, and they're gonna bring it to HBO.
I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, the thing that sucks is they had
look at HBO getting the Snyder cut, and they're gonna have their own DC shows already. You know, and they do have a lot of their DC shows from.
I mean, it makes sense. Like again, it makes sense that they would merge with a bigger app because again, I don't think they were trying to become the next Netflix or Hulu. I think they realized what they did and. They're like, I don't think we can do much more with this, so let's go ahead and merge it with something else. And I mean, again, that just entices me to have to buy HBO now, you know?
Dude, I got it, and it's really good.
I am definitely keeping it for a lot of the stuff that's going to be coming. I think HBO is cool because it was one of the cable networks that was doing its own programming, which is pretty cool. So they've been doing original content for years. And now that there's a content race, it'll be interesting to see what they're going to be doing to keep that up now. Now that they like,
I think they're going to be like, it's going to be a good competitor for all the other ones.
I hope so.
I think they could really become like the #1 streaming app.
Yeah. I mean, I really hope they do some really cool stuff because I mean, I have high hopes for the Snyder Cut. I have high hopes for the 2 DC shows that are in development right now.
And they're gonna keep making Doom Patrol.
Yeah, a lot of people like it. I haven't seen it. I only saw. It's okay.
I watched like the first 6 episodes, and it was good.
Did you know Brendan? Do you know Brendan Fraser plays the robot?
Yeah, I can hear him.
That's just fucking sick. Some people don't know.
No, but what do you mean? They show him.
Do they? I didn't know that.
They show him without the robot thing. Like the whole first episode is his backstory.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't even know that.
It's him. He was like a race car driver.
Yeah, and then he gets in an accident.
You saw him with his family and everything.
That's fucking sick. Now I have to watch the show.
There's still flashbacks and stuff throughout. Like, you know, he's the main one. He's like the principal character.
Okay.
You know, and a lot of it is like about him. And little by little, you start finding out more about the other characters and their backgrounds, right? But I think it's for the most part, they'll have a good amount of screen time, all of them.
Yeah.
It is a team thing, but I think he has a bit more than everyone else.
Have you seen the Teen Titans show?
No, I'm gonna start checking it out.
I only saw the first season. It was okay. It was just a little too dramatic. Like everything was a fucking thing. And it was hard for me to watch it, but I definitely want to see the second season.
It seems like everything that
it's like
DC makes.
It's like if Riverdale wasn't good. That's what it is.
But it's like they just try to make it seem like dark and like we're the cool guys because everything's dark.
That's the thing that kind of gets me about it is they really did a weird thing with Robin. They're like, oh, we're gonna make Dick Grayson. He's gonna get scared of like
it's so dark and gritty. And fuck Batman because he's mad. You know?
No, that's exactly what it is.
It always seems like they're trying too hard.
Well, that's what people say about like a lot of the difference with DC and Marvel. And what they put out is that Marvel is always happy,
they're trying
DC's
really
always
hard.
Yeah.
and because Marvel started, like, it became very successful like that first, it seems like DC's just making dark movies because they want to be like, Marvel's for kids and we're the cool guy.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but your movies don't make sense.
Yeah.
So how about you focus on that?
Yeah, I know, right?
On that? And then you could be the cool, dark, edgy guy. You know?
I'm kind of excited because some of the some of the Disney Plus Marvel TV shows are going to be coming out soon.
And, but I really thought about canceling it till they came out.
I mean, you can.
You know? Because once I got it, and I watched all the Star Wars movies, and then I watched all the fucking Marvel movies they have.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I don't want it for anything else.
Yeah, once I finished Mandalorian, I was kind of like, all right, what do I do now? Like, I've watched all the Disney stuff I wanted to watch. I think if they were coming out with more original stuff regularly, then it makes sense to kind of keep it all year long or whatever. But
yeah. But once the Marvel shows start coming out,
oh, for sure,
they're gonna be coming out like Marvel shit gonna come out like every 6 months. Yeah. So we have once they start, they're not gonna stop for like 3 years. So
which will be awesome. I'm really excited to see the Marvel stuff, and then also the Star Wars shows. Like Mandalorian season 2 is supposed to be a lot more action than the first one.
Yeah, Boba Fett's gonna be on it.
Yep, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show that's in development right now. That's gonna be another one that's really good. So they're gonna have some pretty cool stuff.
I'm not a huge fan of the prequels, but I do. My favorite thing was Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, no, he was great. I would almost like to see, I think what would be cool is if they did like a pod racing TV show. Like it's about like the people who are the racers and maybe they have
the little
shit going
slaves
on.
that race and stuff.
Well, that was only one person. Most of the pod racers aren't slaves. He was the only slave. Everyone else was like a professional racer.
Oh, I thought it was like a gladiator type of thing.
I mean, it is in the sense that like they all race because they want to stay famous, but I don't think they like have to.
Oh, okay. No, but I thought it was like not like that people were just watching it for sport, but like the way when Maximus and the gladiator became like a slave, they became like slaves and they had to fight, right?
Yeah, they have to fight. Yeah.
Well, I thought that was the. Wow. So okay. So it's not nearly as dark as I thought.
No, not at all. Just Anakin's character was dark in that.
I thought all the racers were slaves.
No, you think fucking?
And they were like making them do that.
What's his name? Fucking Watto? Not Watto. What's the dude? Sebulba? You thought that dude was a slave?
Yeah, he was just like a cool slave because
he went all the time.
Like they let him sleep in the house and shit. Because he was like Sam Jackson. He was in the house, in like he was like one of the slaves that work in the house because he's so good at racing.
Are you calling Sebulba an Uncle Tom? Is that what you're saying right now?
No, because kind of. No, but I mean, I thought they just like treated him better because he won a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. He was just like. A regular racer that just kind of won a lot. But he also was a piece of shit, don't get me wrong. He was a fucking asshole.
He was a scumbag. If he had won, that would have been a fair fight. That wouldn't have been a fair race.
No. But it would be cool to see like something like that, like something different that I don't think we would expect.
Yeah, do something good with pod racing because that movie sucked either way.
But episode 1? Yeah, you didn't like it.
Yeah. So
still one of the best lightsaber fights in all of lightsaber fights. Like the reveal of the dual lightsaber blew my fucking mind. Like even when you see him the first time, he only uses one of the sides. He doesn't turn on the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is his fucking handle so fucking big? And then that's when he fucking
shit out, guys. Whoa! And you're like, wow.
Yeah, there's this really cool thing that they did in there's a show called Star Wars Rebels. It was a Disney show, an animated show, and it shows there's one episode where they find Obi-Wan while he's on Tatooine, kind of overlooking Luke, and Maul finds him. And when Darth Maul was fighting Qui-Gon Jinn, you know how he did that move where he hits him in the head and then he strikes him and kills him.
Yeah.
In Rebels, when Darth Maul finds Obi-Wan purposely does his first like fighting stance is Qui-Gon Jinn's fighting stance. So Darth Maul in his head goes, "Oh, I got this," and tries to do the same thing he did to Qui-Gon Jinn, and that's when Obi-Wan kills him. It's fucking sick. Like, if you are a really big fan, and to see like Obi-Wan basically improve on what Qui-Gon Jinn, unfortunately didn't see, and that's what got him killed. But for Obi-Wan to live through that and kill Darth Maul was fucking.
It's like he avenged his master.
Yeah, 100%. He went through the same thing that his master got him killed.
You know what?
Now
I'm glad Qui-Gon died. All right.
Why? Oh my god!
I don't give a shit about anything from that movie.
He was the best fucking movie Jedi.
To me, he doesn't even exist.
You're a piece of shit. He was the fucking best.
To me, in my mind, even though Darth Maul was cool,
yeah,
I like him. But even with that, in my mind, that movie doesn't even exist.
You're crazy, dog. Even all the bad shit, Qui-Gon Jinn brought a lot to that lightsaber duel. Okay, that shit was sick as fuck. I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay. He brought a lot to 5 minutes of the movie, and I still had to sit.
Also, think about it. Before that, no Jedi had fought a Sith like that in over 100 years. So imagine training for a scenario that you never think is gonna happen, and then you're like, "Oh shit, it's fucking here." So that in itself should blow your mind.
Doesn't matter at all to the story.
It does though, dude.
It doesn't change anything.
It does, because they had never had to fight to the death for 100 years.
Anything.
It adds more to the story. Like
they totally didn't have to fight to the death with people, dude. What were they doing with? You think Grievous wasn't trying to kill them?
Grievous wasn't alive.
This was he was already on it.
No, you're thinking after.
Well,
Grievous didn't exist until after. Right? There was, but they didn't have. And for 100 years, besides other Jedi, they had never fought somebody with a lightsaber. It was only Jedi to Jedi battling. So that's what made it really intense, is the fact that they had only trained with other Jedi in training scenarios. They hadn't had to fight each other to the death in over 100 years.
Well, the movie still fucking sucks.
Yeah, well, fuck you. Okay, how's that?
Even with all that, it was just not good to watch.
Have you seen those SNL sketches where Natalie Portman goes on SNL and then she does a hardcore rap about how the prequels are still good? No, they're super funny. No. They're super funny because she basically addresses all the shit that people are complaining about, and then just calls people punk ass bitches for just complaining instead of taking the movie. It's really funny.
I mean, I do see that, and I'm not one of those people that complain like that either.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying
even though that's exactly what I just did.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't give a shit. It's still,
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's not gonna change your world. Yeah.
There's people Star Wars has fans that do get mad about shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's a huge thing for them, But it's even all the debate on this last 3 movies, it's guys, we got what we got. All right, let's just be grateful.
Yeah,
for
people do get upset. I think
even though the second one was trash, and I was mad about it, but not like that either,
Yeah.
There's people that get mad about shit like that, and they're like, I'm never fucking spending money on Star Wars again. And they cry, and they don't watch the next movie. That's what happened to the Solo movie. A bunch of fans were really mad.
I didn't understand that because I thought that movie was good. So people
were mad about the guy that was playing Han Solo.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really control any of that. I don't really understand.
It's just all these nerds that fucking can't see a different actor playing a character they love because they love him so much.
It would be. I'm not gonna lie. It'd be kind of funny to see them try to attempt to make Harrison Ford young to do that movie.
CGI.
Yeah, what they did.
You know how bad that movie will be? Because he cannot move good like that.
No, not at all.
All the CGI in the world, his movements are still gonna be. It would have been trash.
That would have been so funny.
But yeah, dude, I remember one time I got in an argument with this guy because he said that Marvel couldn't, could never and should never cast anyone else as Blade. That if they do Blade, they should bring back Wesley Snipes because there can only be one Blade. It's like, dude, who gives a fuck? Wesley Snipes hated those fucking movies. He didn't give a shit about it. You know,
it made him a lot of money. I don't think he
it
hates
made him a
that
lot
much.
of money. But dude, like so many people have had stories about how he was just not present during filming. Like
the third one,
the
third one, he was like, "Fuck that, I don't give a shit." But I get it. He's done it 3 times, and he was just
he was just on cocaine a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Like, and especially he was still super famous. People still really liked him.
That was probably at his craziest.
Yeah,
when he was making Blade 3, that's when he was doing the most cocaine. In his entire life.
Did you know that there was almost a fight, a sanctioned, like regulated fight between Wesley Snipes and Joe Rogan?
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, they were trying to set it up, and I think it came down to like a money thing for Wesley Snipes. Like he just couldn't. They couldn't. He was putting like impossible numbers. So like, and they were just like, well, we're already here. What the fuck? And then he was just like, if you can't do this, then I'm not gonna do it. And it just never happened. But I'm like, dude, the amount of money I would have paid to see Wesley Snipes at that time to like try to fight anybody, even, and then the fact that it's Joe Rogan is like a cherry on top. But like anybody, I would have been like, fuck, I would have paid a lot of money to see that.
I would have liked Joe Rogan to see a fight with Joe Rogan and somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, he did.
Training martial arts for a long time.
Well, he was a kickboxer. I think he only fought like I want to say like 5 or 6 times. It might be less, it might be more. But he did kickbox professionally, and then he got knocked out, I believe, and then that's when he realized like, I don't know if this is.
He was like, that's when he was like, well, I'm funny, so let's do this other thing now.
Well, kind of. He talks about how like he just kind of realized that in for where he was at in kickboxing, that he didn't think he was going to make it much further. And so he realized I have to do something else. And he had always kind of really liked stand up. And I think that was like his next move. So, but It was interesting. I mean, it's a very different world.
I used to have a joke about how nobody does stand up because they want
to.
People that do stand up is not because they really want to. Mm-hmm. Most people, like people doing stand up, is like they wanted to be musicians or something, or like something else, or like athletes, right? Or like something. How many people you know like that? Like there's this guy, I forgot his name. I don't want to say his name. But he does, and like he was like gonna play professional basketball till his fucking knee fucked up. And there's guys that were like wearing bands. And they wanted to be musicians or like anything else, like so many.
I've seen it go both ways. I know a few people that like there are, but I think it's because people treat, and I don't know why, but a lot of people treat stand up as like, oh, I can just do that, and they just kind of go for it. I do know a lot of people that were comics that like, no, I want to legit. This is what I want to do as a comedian. And you see the difference, unfortunately. I mean, not everyone is bad that are come from something else. There are people who transition really well into it. But I mean, even look like Aziz Ansari. From my understanding, he was an actor first and then transitioned into stand-up. And that stand-up just, for him, took off a lot better. I could be wrong on that. But that's what I always hear.
I think I heard something like that. Yeah.
I mean, there's even people who transitioned out and have done really well. What's her? Aubrey Plaza used to do stand-up. And it never really went well for her. She was okay from what I hear. And then
even just like fucking guys like Adam Sandler, like he got super famous and nobody, like most people didn't know he used to do stand up.
Yeah, because they watch but lately he's been doing it. He did that special 2 years ago.
He had a special. It was whatever.
It was but you know what? For somebody who's been out of the stand-up game that long, to come back was, I was like, oh, all right, it was pretty good.
No, that for sure it wasn't bad, but like it was more like, oh, good for him for doing that shit again.
Yeah, but also, I mean, for me, I was a huge Adam Sandler fan. Not just his movies. I would listen to his CDs and his tapes a lot, which was of stand-up, and it reminded me a lot of his old stuff because he does have a very old school style. You know, it reminds me a lot of like Steve Martin, where it was more musically and story like based, and it wasn't a traditional.
He was doing stand up before he got into movies and shit. A while back. It was like in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. No, like the early 90s. He was doing it from the 80s. His stride really hit in the 90s.
Right?
Yeah. Because, dude, I remember, dude, when I used to download stand-up and listen to it from LimeWire. And, dude, he had like 10 versions of the Hanukkah song. And I had that on my iPhone.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of people out there who had shit like that.
Yeah. Have you seen, speaking of Adam Sandler, have you seen Uncut Gems?
You know what? I started watching it with my parents, and that's when I realized I shouldn't watch this movie with my parents. So I walked out of the room.
Watch it with your parents? Why?
My parents get really weird about sex scenes, like even a little bit. Yeah, I know that. I know that. My parents don't like it. So like I treat it regular, and then they're like,
what sex scenes is there in that movie?
So this is what happened. So we're watching.
I know there's like partial nudity and shit.
We're watching the movie, and then the part when he had just won the money on the Celtic game. He's driving over to his girlfriend's house. As soon as he's in the closet and he's calling her, and she says, "I told you to start jerking off in the car." My dad goes, "Okay," and pauses the movie and looks at me. I'm like, "Oh, okay, you want me to leave? Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye."
Oh, like he really wanted you to leave?
Yeah, he gets uncomfortable.
Oh, maybe because that shit's gonna make him horny, and he's gonna want to bang with the mom.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they just want you to leave.
Yeah.
Huh? Maybe,
I mean, that could be the reason, but I don't think so.
Maybe he's like, "Oh, he's gonna get us going right now, and Frank, you better leave, because it's gonna get hot and heavy right now."
All right, that's fucking.
We're gonna get horny from this thing.
Okay, stop saying horny. Okay.
That girl was really hot too.
She was though. No, she was really pretty. That's as much as I saw so far. But to me, it was like crazy. Like when he's showing what's his name? The basketball player. I can't remember his name.
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, it was showing Kevin Garnett.
Put some respect on that name, right?
Okay. Because I don't fucking know basketball. My fucking bad. So he's showing him the gem, and the like audacity he has to trade it and then go and pawn the dude's ring.
I know,
just
right?
To put money on the game. I was like, what? I mean, he won. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like the balls on that dude, and I'm sure that was just the beginning, of everything else that went on.
I feel like I can't even talk about it because like that. You're right, but also much more shit happens. That is like, that's the least of the thing. You forget about that for a while.
That's fucking crazy.
Like that's not even where the problem starts.
That's insane.
You think that at that point you think that the movie is gonna be about how he loses Kevin Garnett's ring, and now Kevin Garnett's sending people to fucking murder him or something.
Yeah, I thought it was the John Wick of that. Like he was gonna and stab people with pencils.
And now he's got beef with Kevin Garnett, and Kevin Garnett's got money, and he fucking can hire guys. No,
exactly. But no, it's
just gonna be. It's awesome though. Keep watching.
All right, I'm gonna have to keep watching it.
Watch it right. Let's stop recording already so you can watch it.
All right.
No, it's great though. It's great. I like that a lot, and like I said, it just keeps going.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, definitely have to watch it.
There's a scene, and I thought it was cool that they have a scene when they're having they're celebrating Passover. They're Jewish, and it shows you a lot of like what Passover is, and I think that's really cool because you never see anything but like Christmas in movies,
Yeah.
And like they're doing like the whole thing. They're reading the plagues. And they're doing the thing they do with the oils or whatever that shit is.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about the Passover, but like
I can tell.
but like they're doing the things,
Yeah.
And like it's cool to see something like that. And it's also cool. I thought that like every time you see like a Jewish family in a movie, they're just white people with curly hair,
Yeah.
Like, like the dad does kind of look Jewish and not, but like this people. His wife really looks Jewish. His kids really look Jewish, So I think that was cool. It was cool to see that, like, they were representing. I think from what I think, they were representing it well.
Yeah.
And they illustrate something other than Christmas for once. Like or a holiday like that.
Yeah.
So that was cool too. So just overall, the movie's great. The story was good. Fucking Adam Sandler crushes it in that movie.
Yeah.
It's something like he's never done something like that before, So it's great.
I'll definitely have to go and finish watching that then. So, but yeah, I think we're all settled up for
land this puppy.
Yeah, let's fucking do it.
Let's land this bird or land this fish, whatever.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys for fucking checking out our episode. If this is your first time listening, thank you guys for checking out the show. Check out all our older episodes where we're actually in the studio and have more guests. We're working on trying to figure out more guest situations. Things are just kind of crazy with everything that's going on.
And keep your head up, guys. Keep your head up, guys. Everyone's going through a difficult time, and let's do what we can to keep a level head. Help as much as you can, whatever your beliefs are. No, actually, not whatever your beliefs are. If you're not down with the movement right now, fuck you. Actually, but yeah, let's support each other, and we hope you guys are doing well. I know it's been difficult for a lot of people. I've talked to friends. Support your African American friends, and yeah, help out as much as you can, because this is a difficult time for a lot of people. And it feels like we're going through collective trauma as a species. Not just, the stuff which has been happening with Black Lives Matter and the riots and protests and stuff. We have the pandemic that changes every day too. We have everyone's under, I think, a tremendous amount of stress. So if you're having a hard time, seek help. There's a lot of resources everywhere. There's a lot of resources how you could help. Any foundation that you would like, because there's a lot of shitty things in the world right now. I'm gonna start crying right now.
Yeah.
But let's stick together. And do what we can. And I think I'm not very optimistic most of the time, but I think this is what we have to act to make it better. Make things better for everyone. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Also, go follow us on Instagram at Completely Useless Podcast.
My teeth shine like movie lights. You can do it big if you do it right. A close eye, get a truest sight. Fluid drip with a bluish life. Too congruent to a suicide. If I see a God when he alive, I might have to do it this side. I really don't believe in time. Way too often, even price. Spitting gold, I beat up bang. Poison and I beat up bang. Chilling and I see the right. Stay sloppy like snail slime. Rappers, they don't got a clue. Sitting waiting for mail time. Been places that I can't believe. See things that I still can't perceive. Possible outcomes I foresee like Garnett when she tried to protest deep. Catch me in LA protesting. Say her name, fuck up police. Sacrifice time and my body and unlearn other shit taught to me. Drinking on blood like a vampire bat. Waiting on the plug like where he at. Chilling on clothes at the laundry mat. Can't fuck with me like an angry cat. Need me a blunt and a godgirl's cat. Black lipstick and a spider web tat. Look so cute when you're wearing all black. Girl, come see your bitch that's on my lap.